Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another round of TinkerCAD projects. Today we're going to work on a basic moon rover, so let's get started. Once you have signed into your account, click on Create a New Design. Today we're going to call our project Moon Rover. Okay, now once done, let's work on the base of our moon rover. We're going to bring out a box shape, change the dimensions, corner dot, 60 length, 50 for width. Okay, height 5. Alright, once done, bring out another box. Change the dimensions as follows. The side facing you 5, the other side 50, height 30. Okay, then we're going to arrange these two shapes together. So just using your arrow keys, or if you're using iPad, your finger, move them together as such. Okay, once done, let's select all the shapes and group them. Okay, and we're going to change the color to a gray. Alright, this is the base of our moon rover. Now let's move on to the seats. Bring out another box shape. Okay, for this, we're just going to change the height. Click the top white dot, change to 5. Okay, and then we're going to zoom in a bit. Alright, I am going to duplicate this shape. So click on Duplicate. Alright, my duplicated shape is already here. I'm going to click the double rotation arrow, turn it by 67.5 degrees. Okay, as shown. Once done, alright, click and drag the black cone, raise up to 0, and use your arrow keys to move this to join the other box as shown. Okay, once done, you need to select all your shapes again, do a group, change the color. You can choose any color you want. I'm going to use white for this. Once you're done, raise it up by 5. Okay, and then using your arrow keys or your finger on iPad, move your seat to your moon rover. Okay, now we're going to duplicate this, and we're also going to create another copy at the other side. You will need to turn your view cube to have a good view. Okay, if you want your seats to be different colored, sure, go ahead. Okay, I'm going to change one of my seat to black. If you don't want, that's fine. You don't have to do this. Okay, now once done, I'm going to start working on the hand controller. So I'm going to bring out a cylinder, change the dimension as shown. Okay, I'm going to make this a very narrow axle for the hand controller. So this will be 3 by 3. Okay, height, I'm going to leave it at 20. I'm going to change the color, going to make it the same gray as my moon rover. Okay, once done, I'm going to bring out another cylinder. This is going to be our sort of steering wheel. Change the dimensions, 10 by 10. Alright, change the height to 3. We're going to make this a lot shorter. Okay, then change the color. Up to you which color you want, but I'm going to use black. Okay, let me just zoom in a bit here. Alright, we are going to raise up this wheel to the height of the cylinder. So that means raise up by 20. Okay, once done, let's select both shapes carefully. Just these two shapes, select, align, middle dot in front, middle dot at the side. Okay, now once done, let's group them together. Alright, don't forget to tick multicolor so you preserve both different colors. Okay, now using the double-headed arrow, I'm going to rotate this by minus 45 degrees as such. Okay, once done, using your arrow keys or your finger, just gently move the hand controller in between your seats. Okay, nice. Alright, now we're going to move on to a bit of the tricky part now. We're going to move on to the board that contains our camera as well as our antenna. So to start, let's bring out another box shape to the center of the work plane. Change the dimensions. We're going to leave the side as 20. We're going to change the longer side to 30. Okay, change the height to 5. Alright, you can change the color of this as well. I'm going to use a darker gray. Up to you which color you want. Okay, now I'm going to bring out a cylinder. Going to change the dimensions as shown. Going to make this a lot thinner, so 2 by 2. Okay, height I'm going to leave it at 20. I'm going to change the color to black. Alright, once again, up to you which color you want to choose. I'm going to just use my arrow keys to move this to my base rectangle here. Okay, then I'm going to duplicate this and create another copy of the shape here. Okay, it's up to you how you want to position it. I like my shapes in the center, so I'm going to make it like that. Alright, okay, now once done, we're going to start working on the camera. So for this, we're going to bring out a box shape. This is going to be small, so you will have to zoom in. Alright, okay, for my box shape for the camera, I'm going to change the dimensions. 10 at the side facing me and 5 for the side at the other side. Okay, 10 by 5. Height I'm going to change to 5 as well. Okay, change the color to white. Up to you which color you want to choose. Okay, now for the nose of the camera or the lens, I'm going to bring out another cylinder. Change the dimensions. 3 by 3. Okay, change the height to 3. This is going to be a lot shorter because we don't need such a long lens. Okay, I'm going to change the color of this to black. Alright, let me just zoom in a bit so you can have a closer look. Okay, now I'm going to rotate this cylinder. So click the double-headed arrow facing you. This is a bit tricky, just be careful. Okay, we're going to change it to, oops. Be careful when you do this. Okay, change it to 90 degrees so that it's turned sideways as such. Alright, then just using, before you move it to your box, let's raise it up by 1. Okay, then we move it to the box. So once you move it here, it will rest nicely in the middle. Okay, you will need to turn a bit to check. Alright, good. Now once done, we are going to group these two shapes. Alright, don't forget to tick multicolor. Okay, then we're going to raise them up by the height of the black cylinder. So this is 20. Okay, now using your arrow keys or your finger, just move it gently to rest on top one of your cylinders. Okay, change your perspective to check whether it's put nicely in place. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy the second black cylinder. So duplicate. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side and leave this here for the time being. Okay, I'm going to work on the antenna now. So for this, I'm going to pull out a paraboloid. Okay, we're going to mirror. Okay, click the vertical arrow. Alright, we're going to flip it this way. I'm just going to change the height. So click the top white dot, change to 15. We're going to make it a lot shorter. Okay, now once done, I'm going to duplicate this shape. Okay, pull out my duplicated shape to the side here. Okay, I'm going to make this duplicated shape a hole. Alright, and then I'm going to make it a bit smaller. So change the height to 13. Okay, change the sides to 18 by 18. Alright, now I'm going to raise this up by the remaining height of 2. Okay, then I'm going to select these two paraboloids and I'm going to align them. Middle dot in front, middle dot at the side. Once done, group. Okay, once you have done this, you should be able to see a hole cut out from your paraboloid. Okay, now we're going to combine the cylinder and the paraboloid shape. So we're going to select both these two shapes, do an align again, middle dot in front, middle dot at the side. Okay, once done, let's group these two shapes together. Don't forget to check if you have ticked multicolor. Okay, now I'm going to rotate this shape, alright, by 45 degrees this way, minus 45 degrees this way. Okay, then using the black cone here, I'm going to raise it up by the height of my black cylinder, which is 20. and then I'll use my arrow keys to move it to the other black cylinder. Okay, you will have to turn your view cube just to check whether you put it in place. Okay? Alright, so once done, okay, this is our complete front part of the moon rover. So we're going to group all these shapes together. So just carefully select all these two shapes. Okay, oops, you have selected the moon rover, don't worry, just change your perspective. Okay, make sure you only select the shapes here, and then you do a group. Check that you have ticked multicolor. Okay, now once done, we're going to move this to our moon rover. Okay, but we have to raise it up first by 5. Okay, before it will fit nicely like that. Okay, it doesn't have to go all the way into the moon rover, just resting on the edge as shown. Alright, now for the fun part, we're going to raise up the whole moon rover so that we can add in the wheels. Select the entire moon rover, raise up by 10. Alright, then we are going to change. Instead of basic shapes, we're going to go to shape generators all. Okay, go to page number 3. Alright, if you scroll up, you should see a wheel shape. Bring that out. Okay, it's very big, so don't worry about this for now. Okay, we're going to flip this up to stand it up. So use the side rotation arrow, turn it to 90 degrees, and then we're going to use the black cone to raise it up to touch the work plane. So raise up to 0. Okay, now let's change the dimensions. Corner dot, 20 at the side, 20 for the short side the other way. Okay, for the height, we're also going to match 20. Okay, from here, if you want, you can change color first so you don't forget later. Alright, now once done, you're just going to use your arrow keys or your finger to gently move the wheel to join your moon rover. Okay, be careful about this. Don't forget to turn your view cube to check your perspective. Okay, once done with one view, duplicate this. Alright, create a copy and move it to the other side. Okay, once done, I'm going to change my view a bit to show you the underside. I'm going to select the two wheels here, duplicate. Alright, now I got a set of 4. I'm just going to move these copied shapes to the back. Okay, so that I will have 4 nicely arranged wheels on my moon rover. Okay, there we go. Alright, so perfect. This is the completed moon rover. Once you're done, don't forget to take a photo of your work. Okay, so click on the button Send To, click Download Locally. Alright, and automatically TinkerCAD will download a picture of your moon rover to your computer. Okay, for those working on the iPad, your instructions are different, so check my instructions for a better understanding. Okay, once you're done, close. Don't forget to save your work by clicking the TinkerCAD icon before you sign out. Alright, have fun today. It's not easy, but just do your best. If you cannot finish, it's okay. You can submit later or maybe next week.